And we are live. Just let a few faces come along. If you have joined, let me know if you can hear me and you can see me okay. Okay, so while we get this set up then, if you have joined already, I can see we have 7 people in here. Just let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Hello, Danielle, you can hear me, that is good. James, you can hear me. Wow, you put a thumbs up, so I guess you can hear me. Hello, Danielle. James, what's up? How you doing, mate? Eric, hello to you. And Nick says, yes, you can hear me and see me. That is good. I do apologize if you can hear some dogs barking in the background. That is, in fact, my dogs. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Mark says, yep, you can hear me. Okay, that is good then. I'll give it a couple of minutes. I'll let a few more people join. You know, I don't know how many people saw the post earlier, or you know, if it's just coming up for you know, with a notification. But yeah. Nadir, hi, hello. Carl, what's up? Okay, so we're doing a live stream today. We like to do one of these, you know, once a month or so. It's a good sort of time to catch up. It's a good time to give any updates if there is any. And it's nice, you know, nice to every once in a while just have a little chat with you guys, see what you're up to, and hopefully get to know you all a bit better. Nadir, BMW 530i, a very nice, good 2007. Good stuff. And you send some flowers. Thanks for the flowers. Okay, so you guys can see the title of the live stream. What do we think of the new project car? Are we a fan? The 760 Ally, are we a fan? Are we excited to see more videos? What do we think? Maximilian, good evening, George. Good evening to you too, Maximilian. Hi BMW guys, says Aaron. Straight pipe it. I'm going to be having. I'll be making a video soon with regards to that. Beautiful car, better than Joel's. Yeah, it's a very nice car indeed, and it's going to become an even nicer car as well. I know, obviously, I put. You know, when I released my first video, I said if it gets 1,000 likes, then I will be fully restoring it. It's not too far away. It's on like 800 and something, and I'm pretty sure it will slowly climb. But yeah, I'm amazed at just the amount of comments and you know, the amount of support that the first video on the 760 Li actually received. And yeah, it was amazing to see. I was kind of I wasn't really sure what to expect, to be honest, because I've sort of built my audience predominantly um, with diesel owners, you could say, and to go like with a V12 petrol, I wasn't really sure how you guys were going to take it, but yeah, it got a good reception. So I hope you are all excited to see what is on the way. And we have our first super chat of the night. It is from my good mate, Matt. There's only one Georgie Osters. Cheers, mate. Greatly appreciated. And guys, if you do want to support the channel in any way, not necessarily, supporting me directly, because I don't take a penny from my channel yet anyway. I may at some point later this year, but I'm not taking a penny at the moment. Everything that I earn, everything that gets donated to the channel or anything, is just going straight back into the channel. So that means it usually means buying car parts, which I have an ever growing list of car parts to make videos with. So yeah, if you do want to support the channel in any way, you want to do it right now on the live stream and get a little mention, perfect opportunity to do so. On the live chat, just below it, there should be a little $sign. If you click that, you can send a super chat or a super sticker. You can choose how much you want to send. It can be 50p, it can be £1, £5, £10, whatever you want to send. It's all greatly appreciated. But with that being said, obviously you don't have to do so. I know people are in tough financial times at the moment, so I understand. Carl says he's a fan. That's good to hear. Hate to see you go broke. Yeah, I would too, to be honest. But no, I'm not going to be, obviously, with a car such as the BMW 7 Series and, couple that with probably the most expensive engine to maintain, a V12, you could end up spending a lot of money on it. But in reality, the running costs for that car, it's not really in the parts. Like, the majority of costs that people incur when they try to run a car like that is, well, number one, fuel, which it's not my daily driver, so I don't need to worry about that. I just take it out on nice occasions, I guess, or to make videos with. And it's the labor. Because whenever you want to do something in the engine bay, you've got to remove a whole bunch of stuff because there's like no room in that engine bay. It just takes a long time to do things. So yeah, it's really the labor costs that kill people with those cars, because the parts themselves are not really that much more expensive than any of my other cars, really. Like, I've checked up. I've looked up a whole bunch of parts and they're pretty much the same price as they are on my 130i. So yeah, it's not really the parts. I'm going to, put as much money into it as I can and hopefully at least try and break even. Like, I'm not, doing the car up to try and make a profit from it, because that would just be silly. That would be ridiculous. But, if I put, 2-3 grand into it, then I'd hopefully like to see that back in return if I choose to sell it in the future, or if I choose to do a giveaway or something like that. I don't really know. It's a long way in the future. But yeah, that's I'd like to see that, but we don't know what the future holds. I think we have a second super chat, and it's from Gary Cook. Gary, you are a legend. You send £5. Much appreciated, Gary. Thanks a lot for that. You've been a subscriber of the channel for a good few months now. So yeah, I always see you commenting on pretty much every video. So yeah, can't thank you enough, Gary. You also asked, hi George, how are you? Gary, I'm good, mate. I hope you are well too. I'm going to try and find some more comments, try and find where we were. Nadir. Mark says, would love to see this. Would love to see work on this piece if you don't mind the expense. Yeah, Mark, I'm just going to go for it, to be honest. I am going to go for it. I am going to, well, I have a video. I'm going to be making a video soon, sort of discussing my plans for the car. But to sum it up, if you guys want to see content on it, I'll make content on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the demand is there, then I'll be making videos on it. But yeah, I'm excited to work on it myself. To be fair, it's something completely different to what I've worked on myself. I've only worked on, like, you know, inline 4 and inline 6 cylinders. So to like take the huge leap and do a V12, it's, yeah, something special. The car is a beast. You know its potential. It'll last forever with the love it needs. Yeah, I agree. They are very, very solid engines. You know, in the 760, the V12s are a lot better engines than the V8s. Eric says, love the 760 Li. It's good. Aretha Carly diagnostic, any good? What's Aretha? Or are you saying, are the Carly? I guess it's supposed to be, are the Carly diagnostic any good? To be honest, I've never used Carly. I can't really comment on that, to be honest. Looks like we have another super chat or a super sticker from G-Ree. And G-Ree was actually the giveaway winner from when I done the Christmas giveaway. And he actually only just received the prize, like, I think like a couple of weeks ago, and I sent it like literally just after Christmas. So, you know, the whole sort of shipping saga with, you know, where we couldn't send parcels out the UK, that was happening for a few weeks, and then had to go through customs and whatever else. But yeah, it took like forever just to get to Czech Republic. But G-Ree's got it now, and I hope you are. Enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the cordless ratchet with the 2 batteries and battery charger. And yeah, massive thanks for the super sticker. Much appreciated as always. Where are we? Put some nice wheels on it. It prevents engine damage. Yeah, I don't know about that. I do plan on putting some nicer wheels on it. Like, if you've seen the videos, you'll know the wheels are literally shot. So they either need refurbishing in, like a proper refurbish, or yeah, they just need replacing. I'd quite like to get some decent wheels for it. Nathan says, hi George, would you know much about the 120i or 118i engines in terms of reliability? Nathan, there's a couple of revisions for those engines. So which years are you talking? How do you pronounce that? I'm going to probably butcher that. Padrake? I don't know. Patrick. Garvey says, hi George, are you planning on changing the fluids in the transmission? Any specific plans for the transmission? Yes, I am planning to do a full transmission service on the 760 Li. I'm going to be doing the fluids, the pan, you know, which includes the filter, and I'm going to be doing the mechatronic sleeves and the seal as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to try and shoot that next week, sometime next week. Gary says, yeah, all fine here. Love what you're doing with the channel. Appreciate that, Gary. I'm glad you're just enjoying the videos at the moment. Richard says, do it, George. Can't wait. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait really to just get cracking on it, on the new car. Would you consider doing a manual swap on the 7 Series? No, absolutely not. The E65 didn't come in a manual for a very good reason. It's a luxury car. Do you know what I mean? It's a huge barge. You know, you don't want to have a manual in that. You want to just sit in your armchair and just have it shift for you. You don't want to be shifting gears. You know, I have I have 2 manuals anyway. I have the 520D and I have the 130i. the car that I most enjoy driving, that is, you know, the funnest car to drive, which is a manual, is the 130i. So I don't need a manual in the 760 Li. Thanks again. Next week, Ratchet will have tough time. Car has a birthday, so it deserves some parts to be changed, and Ratchet will be so helpful for sure. Good stuff. I'm just glad to help out. James says, you are obviously a very good mechanic / technician. Just wondered, did you used to work in a garage or dealership? No, I have never worked in a garage or dealership. Pretty much everything that I know, everything that I've picked up has been from just getting stuck in. I guess I'm that kind of learner. I don't really learn from, you know, reading or, you know, like sitting in a classroom. I just learn from getting stuck in, trial and error. I mean, I've owned I've owned 5 BMWs now, actually. And just from experience, from just literally getting stuck in, I started, you know, doing the very basic jobs on previous cars, you know, just servicing it myself, changing the oil, air filter, spark plugs, glow plugs, fuel filters, and I just slowly built up my knowledge and obviously researched as well. But yeah, everything that I know is literally just being self-taught. And I've got to say, I've learned quite a bit as well from my dad, who is a mechanical engineer. So I guess that's kind of where I got that side of my knowledge from. Aaron says, I have a BMW 118D SE E87 2010, 157k on the clock, runs like a dream with the M47 D20C engine, no rattles. Does it suffer from the bad chain like the early 118D? Yeah, all N47 engines, and even like the new B47 engines, they suffer from time and chain failure. It's definitely less common for a C, you know, M47C engine and the B47 engines to fail. But it all just comes down to maintenance at the end of the day. You know, when I replaced my timing chain on my M47A engine, like the chain was fine. It wasn't stretched. The guides were fine. The tensioners looked okay. You know, it really just comes down to how it's being maintained. Like I said, you know, as it had regular oil changes every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. That being said, if it was me and I planned to keep the car for a while, it's kind of why I've done it on my 520D. You know, I would probably go ahead and replace them. It kind of depends, like I said, how long you want to keep the car and how much money you want to spend on it. But if you're going to keep it for a few years, I would just, you know, do the timing changes for peace of mind, and probably do the clutch and flywheel as well if it's a manual. Hi, can you tell me where is engine number located on M47 engine? Thanks. It should be on the, well, it's actually on the, it's either on the block or on the head of the engine. I can't remember which side it's on. And it should also be on the sticker inside of your, inside the driver's door as well. In the door shut, should have your engine number on. Where are we? Nick says, bought my first BMW 3 in 2003, sold it in 2012 for an Insignia, and now back to a 530D Sports 12 plate. So glad to be back. Yeah, good stuff. N57 in the 530D, ain't it? Good engines they are. Oh, Porrick, that's how you pronounce it. Fair enough. Where's that from? Porrick. I already said that. Thanks for the updates on the transmission. Looking forward to the content. Did the E46 touring sell? Yeah, that sold. I think it was the end of last month. Yeah, I got the full asking price. A guy messaged me the night before. He said he asked a few questions, and then he said, "Look, I've seen your YouTube videos. I've seen you've done all the work on it. So yeah, I'll come down if I'm happy. I'll have it." And that's exactly what he done. So Bizkit 551 says my E82 120D M47 is currently undrivable because it thinks it's overheating and going into limp mode. I'm suspecting either the water pump or the coolant 10% set is cactus. You need ISTA. You need to do a diagnostic scan with ISTA. Aaron, George, I take my hat off. I take my hat off to you. I appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you. Have you driven an i8? What are your views on electric BMW / hybrids? No, I've never driven an i8. I've never even driven a hybrid in general. They just don't. They don't excite me. Yeah, it just doesn't excite me, to be honest. Alex J, your information on the M47 is extremely helpful. Alex, I appreciate that. Much appreciated. Nathan M, from 2008 to 2010. What did you ask again? Oh, you asked about the 118i, didn't you? Yeah, stay away from those engines. Yeah, the was it the N42, N43, and M46? So stay away from all of those engines. They have a lot of issues. They're not efficient, and they make hardly any power. If you want a petrol from 2008, I would say get the N52. Either get a 125i or a 130i. I wouldn't, however, get the N53 though. Are you from Ireland? Yeah, see, I thought it would be from Ireland, to be fair. Yeah, no worries, Nathan. Oh, that answered it anyway. I've got an 08 N47 520D on 170,000 miles. Great car. I've got no idea if the chain has been previously worked on, but sounds fine. Is it obvious when they're on their way out? It's a tough one. Sometimes you'll have a warning. It depends on what is failing, to be honest. Like if the timing chain guide fails, then the chain will snap. The chain will slap against the timing cover. Obviously, you get that slapping noise, and that's when you know that it's probably going to be snapping soon. Or if the tensioner has failed, it will sound like very rough. But like, yeah, if the chain itself is failing, then it's quite hard to tell, to be honest. Like I said, it really depends on how long you want to keep the car for. If you want to keep it for a few years, I'd probably just go ahead and get the timing chain kit replaced. Like I've said in the videos, when you have the timing chain kit done, you're not just replacing the timing chains. You're doing a bunch of other jobs at the same time. So you're having new rocker cover gasket, you're having new injector seals, you're having new timing cover gasket, you're having new rear main seal, you're having new sump gasket. You're having all these jobs done at the same time, so it kind of just makes sense to do it anyway. I know it sounds like a lot of money, like £800, £1,000, but it makes sense to do it because you're having all these jobs done which are going to need doing anyway. Like, it doesn't make sense to do your rocket cover gasket, do your injector seals, do your timing cover gasket, do your sump gasket. It doesn't make sense to do them all separate. Just get it all done at one time, and then your engine's going to be good for the foreseeable future. Then it's like my M47 engine. I've pretty much done like everything to the engine. I know the engine's going to be solid now, so I think you're better off just doing. I think you're better off just getting it done, to be honest. Rusty, now, what's your opinion on BMW's lifetime fluid on automatic, to change or not to change? Need to change it. Yeah. On the ZF boxes, it should be changed every 60 to 80,000 miles. So if it's done more than that, I would go ahead and change it. Gary says M43 pain in the, had mine totally rebuilt, new crank, pistons, oil pump, etc. when chain went. Yeah, it's really not worth the hassle, that engine. Do you watch Who Madi's YouTube channel? He restored an M4 and is currently working on a 7 Series, save a BMW. No, I don't, to be honest. I don't watch a whole load of other BMW channels, if I'm honest. What's your view on changing transmission fluid in DCT cars? BMW say lifetime fluid, but what seems like rubbish to me. Wondering specifically for E92 M3. Yeah, you got to change it. It's not lifetime. When they say lifetime, that's usually means 100,000 miles. Hey George, 4933 air to EGR mass flow plausibility on M47. What do you reckon could be wrong? Guys, I don't mind answering like these very specific questions, but I would appreciate, you know, some something back in return, like a donation to the channel. You know, what I don't want these live streams, you know, I don't mind having a chat, I don't mind having a catch up, and you know, I'm open to suggestions and all that, but I don't want these live streams to just turn into people joining, getting me to answer their questions for free, and then just like disappearing. I say it quite a lot, but if you do want your specific questions answered, and you appreciate my time and you appreciate the channel, and you know you've learned stuff from it, you've taken value from it, then I'd greatly appreciate either a super chat, which you can do. The dollar sign is underneath the live chat, and also have obviously PayPal as well, or you can, you know, join the Patreon and things like that. It's very easy to see, you know, some people, they just come along once, ask their question, and then they're never to be seen again. But then you have the genuine people that I know, you know, watch my videos week in, week out. They send donations, they join my membership, they join the Patreon, they actually support the channel because they want to give back something in return. But yeah, I don't appreciate when people just come in here to, you know, just to get their questions answered. I've been getting a lot of emails as well lately, a lot of emails, a lot of messages on Instagram, and I just don't have time to just sit there responding all day to them. I know it's probably frustrating, but at the end of the day, a lot of people are just coming to me because they don't want to take their car to a garage and be charged £100 for them to tell them what the issue is. So if you do want my help and you appreciate the channel and you want to give something back, you know, just send a little donation. It isn't, you know, it's not asking a lot. Yeah, like I said, it's not going directly to me. It's just going, you know, back into the channel to make more videos. BMW did my M47 timing chain for free as a goodwill gesture. Car is at E90 2008. Bill on them was £3,000. Yeah, I can believe that, to be honest. Yeah, it's got to be at least £100, £100 an hour at BMW, and they use obviously all genuine parts and that. So, yeah, I can believe that. Tor asks, this must have been one of the most advanced car in 03. Think of all the fantastic videos you can make out of this car and what we, your followers, can learn. Please keep it original. Tor, don't worry, I'll be keeping it 100% original. Well, maybe some minor, small little mods to improve the car, but we're not going to be, you know, ruining it, shall we say. But yeah, like, you just couldn't imagine all that tech back in 2003 when, you know, some cars still had a cassette player, you know, still had cassette tapes in them. Rusty Nail says, would you be open to pint after lockdown? Rusty Nail, that is a very kind gesture. I actually don't drink, though, believe it or not. I say I don't drink. I don't drink often. Like, I'm not a casual drinker. I'll have the odd sort of odd night in the year. Like, I'll maybe drink, you know, a few times a year, and I'll get absolutely just, you know, pretty drunk. But yeah, I don't like casually drink. But I'll happily drink a pint of, you know, lemonade or orange juice or something. Yeah, it's not that I'm, you know, massively against it or anything like that as well. I just don't really enjoy it. Asgar makes a very, very good point. 30 watching and only 19 likes. Press that like button, folks. Helps the channel. That is absolutely correct, guys. If you are watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button, what the hell are you doing? Hit that like button. You know, doesn't cost anything, doesn't take any time at all. Just press the like button, and it helps the algorithm. You know, and if that goes for future videos as well, if you want to, you know, just give back something very, very minor to the channel, just hit the like button, and it really helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps recommend it to more people, and it helps more people find the channel. We actually have another super chat, and it is from Mega Rocky. He sends £3 super sticker. It doesn't say anything, but Mega Rocky, I know you've sent donations in the past. You are a legend. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And we've actually got another one as well from Ian Dorr. He says, keep up the good work, George. Ian, thank you very much, mate. That is greatly appreciated. Yeah, that is definitely going to help towards the very, very long list of parts I need to buy for the new car. So, yeah, Ian, you're a legend. Thank you. Where was we again? Nissan 200SX S14 Zenki fanboy. Very good name. What is your opinion about Mercedes? I don't know. It's one of them. I think if you like BMW, it's kind of hard to like Mercedes because they are pretty different, I would say. I don't know what it is about Mercedes. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Mercedes are more sort of, you know, I don't know if it's because of just how I've grew up, but it seems that Mercedes are more sort of like old men cars, but like BMWs are more sort of, you know, youthful, you could say. But yeah, I'm probably talking nonsense. But yeah, I don't have a massive opinion about Mercedes. I'm sure they're good cars, but I've just never thought about getting one, to be fair. And we have another super chat. It is from Full You. He sends a super sticker with $50. What a legend. Full You, thank you very much. That is greatly appreciated. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. And that goes to you too, Ian. And everyone else that has donated tonight, let me know if there's anything that, you know, I can do for you. Don't hesitate to get in contact with me. I appreciate all you guys that are sending donations to the channel. Yeah, you know, I just can't believe it. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, it's definitely going to put a dent in the in the parts list. I've already spent, you know, a good amount of money on parts, but yeah, guys, this is going to make a massive difference. So greatly appreciated. Savage Garage, yes, James, how you doing, mate? It says evening to you. Hope you're well. And I'm a bit upset, you know, that your Skoda Fabia has not sold yet. Where was we? W204 is a good engine. Is that a Mercedes engine? I think it is. I've no idea about that engine there, to be fair. Yeah. Apparently it is. 2007 to 2014. What was you asking about again? Sorry. J4 was. Trying to find it now. Sorry, I can't see your other comment. Oh, that was you who said about the engine. Yeah, sorry, you're having like your own little conversation. I didn't realize. Mega Rocky will do. Happy for you. Thanks, Mega Rocky. Thanks. E60 is a timeless looking car. Looks a lot younger than it is, considering the design came out in 03. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely my favorite. It's my favorite car. Like that. That's why I got one. That's why my dream car is the E60 M5. I agree. Completely agree. I think it's the best looking 5 Series out there. I prefer it much more over the F10. And I'd say it's slightly better looking than the E39 as well. But yeah, the LCI E60 is amazing looking car. And I think we have another super sticker, and this is from Giri. And this is not the Giri, this is not Giri, is it? This is the new Giri. Giri, you're a legend, sir. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Can't find where we was at now. Albert Wood says, been watching you for ages, bro. I've got an E60. I've literally done everything you have done thanks to your vids. Keep up the good work. Love the new car. What a beast. All the best, mate. Albert, greatly appreciated. I'm glad that you have found the videos helpful. There's not enough content out there, is there, for the E60s and the M47. I guess that's kind of where I found my place with YouTube. But yeah, greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you found I'm glad you found some help from my videos. Big up from the States, George. I'm weird about likes, fellas, but a super sticker, yeah, for you, you're a legend, man. What else do you do for a hobby, George? I don't know. I like my cars. I like football as well. I'd go to a football match, but we can't really do that at the moment. I like traveling. I've done a bunch of traveling. Like I've got a load of traveling videos on my channel, but again, that's something we can't do at the moment. But yeah, I'm up for most things, to be fair. Michael Allen says, I've only just stumbled across your channel and have been making my way through videos. Content is good, bro. Keep up the great work, and the views/subscriptions will come. Yes, Michael, I'm glad that you are on the channel. But yeah, that's true. It just takes time, doesn't it, to grow a channel? But it's going quite well, though. We've hit 20K. I think we can hit 50K by the end of this year. How many of you guys think we can hit 50K subscribers by the end of the year? Not that, numbers is everything, but it kind of just means your channel is heading in the right direction. Willie G says, I've smashed the like button. Hope you're good, mate. Willie G, you are a legend. Yes, I'm very good. Hope you're well too. My brother's 2013 F30 time and chain snap cost €2,000 to rebuild the engine. Yeah, that's about right, to be fair. You can sometimes, usually if it snaps at slow speed, then you end up not even damaging any of the valves. You usually just break a few rocker arms, and then you can just slap a new time and chain kit in and you're good to go. But yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I think you're better off just replacing it anyway, just for peace of mind. And like I said, you have all the other jobs done at the same time as well. I ain't even forgot you. I haven't forgot your brother that PayPal wanted a copy of My photo ID and everything. I ain't forgot you. I'll hit you back in the email. Oh, right. Okay. I'll see you. I see what you mean. Joas, no worries. What do you think about this code the X5D ended up with last night, brother? To be honest, I don't know that, like P0 codes. I don't really know them off the top of my head. I'm guessing you scanned it with a generic scanner, but let me just Google that like real quick. So it's 4D18. Doesn't seem to be coming up with a whole lot. Engine malfunction, reduced power. To be honest, that could be anything. Which engine did you say you have? X5D. So you have a diesel. It could be anything, to be honest. It could be like a boost leak. It could be a split intake pipe. There's a lot of things that could be. I would definitely say get ISTA, and then it'll give you a much better idea as to what's going on, to be honest. I just bought a BMW 320d 2010 M47 engine. Should I be worried? Yes, you should be very worried. Take it back to where you bought it from and tell them to give you money back. No, honestly, don't worry. It's kind of, it is true that it's that it is a failure point. The timing chain does fail on the M47 engines, but it's not every single engine. Like I say all the time, it's all about how it's been maintained. If you change the oil every 5,000 miles, there's a good chance that the timing chain will last on it. But with that being said, if you plan on keeping the car for a while, I would just completely, swap out the timing chain kit regardless. Just for the fact that you get a lot of other jobs done at the same time. And it's on 82,000 kilometers, which is nothing. What's that, like 45,000 miles or something? 50,000 miles? Yeah, that's nothing. Just change, honestly though, while it's still on such low mileage, just change the oil every 5,000 miles. Oil is very cheap. Don't stretch it out to 20,000 miles intervals. Richard says, who's your football team, George? My football team is Coventry City. It's kind of my local team. I don't, support any of the big teams. Yeah, Coventry City. We are in the Championship now, which is good. But let's hope we can stay up this season. Gary Cook says, of course you can with such great content. I asked if we could hit 50K, didn't we? Yeah, let's do it then. Let's see where this year takes us. But yeah, I appreciate you for believing in me and believing in the channel. I believe you can hit 100K with 760 Li. Well, we'll have to wait and see about that. I don't think we'd have to do something like drastic to hit 100K this year. I don't see that being possible. But maybe next year, like maybe by the end of next year, I don't know. Matt says if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this guy. Matt, greatly appreciated, mate. But yeah, guys, if you have not already, go ahead and click that like button because this live stream helps it get pushed out to more people. We're probably going to be on here for an hour and a half or so. It's a good time to answer any questions you guys have. And by the way, do you have any questions with regards to what's coming up? What content is on the way? Fire questions in the comments. But like I said, if you have questions that are very specific to you and you need my help with your car or something like that, and you appreciate the channel, then I would appreciate it if you could send a donation, a super chat, or a donation to the channel. Where are we? What are your thoughts on the petrol change being proposed to E10 in September? Yeah, to be honest, I actually seen something about that earlier on. E10, does that mean it has 10% ethanol in? I think that's what it means, isn't it? But yeah, ethanol is not good for engines. So yeah, it's not good, is it, if that's coming? Now that's manufacturer specific. That code. Oh, not a P code. Yeah, sorry, it's not a P code, but it is. It's still a it's still a code. It's like if you scan it with ISTA, it'll give you the description and everything. So did it have a description with that? And it's M57 as well. So yeah, there is a good chance that might be a split boost hose, to be honest. So I'll check your boost hose. I'll check the one off the turbo to the intercooler. I'll check the one from the intercooler to the EGR valve, because a good chance that, because I know it's quite a common issue on the M57 that they split. So yeah, definitely get that checked. Ian says, would like to think you could hit 50k by the end of the year. Watch one of your early videos when you were breaking your old E60, and from then to now your vids have improved tenfold. Ian, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see your progression like with YouTube and that, because yeah, I remember like my very early days, bear in mind I've been making YouTube videos for like probably like, I don't know, 10 plus years, on numerous different channels. I made a whole bunch of crap in the past, but yeah, since I transitioned to doing the car stuff and the BMW stuff in particular, yeah, it's crazy, the transition. But yeah, I'm glad you are seeing an improvement. Is there any way that you think that I could improve more? Obviously I always want to improve. I always want to make my content as good as possible. Is there any way that you think I could improve more, realistically? Yeah, M57. All the time in Shane Malarkey is BS. WU. Well, it is and it isn't. People say that it affects every single engine, but it doesn't. It's mainly down to the extended oil change intervals. So yeah, because BMW made the conscious decision to recommend changing oil every 18,000 miles, that puts a lot of stress on the timing components. It's 18,000 mile oil does not lubricate as good as 5,000 mile oil. I don't care if it's long life oil or what. It's that's it's not good to recommend that. The M47 is probably the weakest of the BMWs in relation to time and chain issues. Yeah, you say that, but then the N43, M42, and M46 engines, they suffer from time and chain failures as well. The only reason why it's probably less common for them is because you don't tend to find many of those over 100,000 miles. So yeah, the engine physically hasn't had the same amount of wear. We have another super chat, and it's from, hold on, I'm going to try and pronounce your name right, because you did say it earlier on. It's an Irish name, and your name is Porik. He donated, I have no idea what it is. I think it's Norway kroner, is it? 100? I have no idea how much that is, but thank you very much for the donation. It is greatly appreciated. You say, looking forward to more content, more good content. Carry on, George. Much appreciated, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. Check the community post. He posts a link for programming. Yes, I did. If you need to buy the kit, then you can do so. SCR system efficiency. Right, okay. For you, send me an email and I'll look into that more for you. Yeah, send me an email. Say that you came from the live stream, and yeah, I'll try and help you out with that. Get some totty in the background. What's totty? Sorry, is that like, I don't know. What's totty? I'm a mechanic at Volvo, so I'll be changing the oil regularly. That's good stuff. Like your honesty, keep it up. Appreciate that, Nick. 100 NOK is £8.29. So yeah, thanks for that. That's our conversion rate. Greatly appreciated. Here's a question then. Which videos are you most interested in seeing on the 760 Li? Is it the servicing of it, changing all the filters, changing the fluids? Is it the retrofitting side of things? Is it the cleaning of it, the deep cleaning of it? Is it the like cosmetic side of things, bumpers, that kind of thing? Or what are you most interested to see on it? Can't even speak. W says, how come sometimes the odometer shows the mileage trip count in 0.00 double digits and sometimes single decimals, as in 0.0? I've never noticed that, to be honest, mate. Curious-san says engine stuff. So you want to see some work on that V12, do you? Endorses servicing. Yeah, that's probably our first port of call. It has a very limited service history, so that's definitely at the top of our agenda. Definitely needs a good service. Yeah, engine stuff. Anything in particular on the engine that you'd like to see? Hopefully we don't have to do head gaskets on it, or replace the piston rings. Hopefully we don't have to do anything that involved, because that would be a lengthy process. Would be good to see all the stuff you mentioned. Definitely need to see the engine bay getting clean. It is filthy. Yes, it definitely does need a clean, Michael. You don't know what totty is? No, I have no idea. Is that like is that like Cockney rhyming slang or something? Sorry, I don't know. Oh, guys, what did you think about my driving video as well? Would you be interested to see more of those in the future? I was thinking about maybe doing like a POV sort of style video, like strapping like a GoPro to my head so you can actually see where I'm looking. I didn't think it was the best how I had the camera on the windscreen. Obviously, bear in mind I only have one camera I can use and one mount that I can use at any one time. I can look at investing in more cameras and more mounts and things, but yeah, what did you think of it? Do you want to see more videos like that where I'm driving? Because I'd quite like to do some sort of, like I said, like a POV style one, point of view, maybe in like the 130i or something as well. Female. Oh, okay, right. I see. Yeah, not here, I'm afraid. Whatever regarding engine, you just want to see all kinds of content on that V12, don't you? Are BMW Minis on your radar to feature on the channel? Samuel, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to do a. I'd love to do a BMW Mini. I'd love to do an original Mini. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely do a BMW Mini at some point because they would make it would make a really good, like a Mini Cooper S or something. That would make a really good like track car. So yeah, I'll definitely be into doing something like that. And they're like really just simple and easy to work on as well. Like really light and cheap parts and stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely be up for doing a Mini. I have an M47. It's on 215,000 miles at the moment. It started to lose a litre of oil every 2 or 3k miles. I use 0W40 Mobile One every 7 to 8k. Do you think I change oil now or should I check the gaskets? Why are you using 0W40? Why are you using that? Because it's recommended to use 5W30. Not sure about the POV stuff, engine, transmission, suspension stuff, servicing, retrofitting, etc. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't really want to make videos that you guys don't want to see. Now, what about some coding and programming videos, brother? Yeah, definitely. With the probably endless sort of features that you can code on the 7 Series, I definitely need to make a video on that. I've had a good play around with the NCS expert and that, so I'm sort of becoming more familiar with it. But yeah, I'll definitely make a video on that coming soon. Oh yeah, I actually have a video replacing registering and coding a new battery. Obviously on a BMW. So I have that video coming soon. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming in the next few days, I think. I don't know if you have done drive shaft replacement videos, as I know wheel speed sensor reluctor rings are a common issue with some models. Will probably be popular content. I haven't done drive shaft replacement, but I may or may not have a differential replacement coming soon. So if you watch part of that, I guess it's kind of half the job in replacing the drive shafts, right? I don't know. It's worked well so far. You say that, but then you also said that you have lost a litre of oil every 2 to 3k, which is not good. You should not be losing that much oil. Well, you should. I mean, I never use oil in any of my engines, to be honest. I never have to top up between oil changes. I like the regular servicing to keep the cars in good shape and repairing minor problems. Okay, fair enough. The G-force could be seen in your facial expression. Yeah. Couldn't stop smiling when I was driving that. I'm trying to learn coding. Downloaded NCS Expert 2, but not really got the hang of it. So it would be nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have some videos coming soon. Joshua Pilling says hi, mate. Hello to you. How you doing, Josh? Also, I'm kind of thinking, I don't really know how to structure my videos as well. Obviously, in the past, when I've done, like changing the filters, doing the oil change and that, I've done like a separate video on the oil change and a separate video on each filter. Do you think that's the best way to go about it? Or would you rather see like less detail, but more stuff happening? because it, like, you know, traditionally I like to give as much detail as possible to hopefully help people that are trying to do the same job themselves. But then obviously less work gets done in the one video, if that makes sense. Now, like, would you like to see just like, you know, a time lapse of me replacing filters, or would you like to actually see how to do it? Do you know what I mean? Squealing noise on BMW 320D M47 on cold starts. The sound stops when car is very warm. It's on 50,000 miles. I think it's the crankshaft pulley or time chain. Yeah, it's the crankshaft pulley. If you wobble it, you should notice it as back and forth play. But yeah, it's the crankshaft pulley. It's a common issue. Joshua Pillar, next mission just challenge, mate. Also hope to see you on Matt's stream tomorrow. Josh, I'll see you there. But next mission / challenge. I don't know. I'd like to do a few challenges. But we have to sort of see what the restrictions are like this year. I'd like to do a long distance challenge. I'd like to do like some sort of challenge where I see how many miles I can get on a tank of fuel and things like that. But yeah, we'll have to see what the restrictions are like this year. Gary Court says, do I need to code a new battery to my E91 M43 on 59 plate, or can I just replace it? It kind of depends. So in your car at the moment, because it has an IBS, which is an intelligent battery sensor, you will have a certain amp hour coded to that. So if your battery that's in it at the moment, if that was registered and it was coded to the IBS, let's say, for example, it was, 70 amp hours, then if you replace your battery for another one that is 70 amp hours, you won't need to. You will need to say that it has, you will need to register it, but you won't need to code it. You always need to register a battery because, say, for example, your old battery, it's, let's say that it's draining fast. Let's say it's not charging efficiently. When you go to put your new battery in, your IBS, the intelligent battery sensor, will essentially be telling it to give the same charge, to the new battery as it was to the old. So you might find that you're either undercharging or overcharging your new battery, which obviously shortens the life of it. And it means that it may not keep a full charge. So you always need to register your battery, but you don't necessarily always need to code it. You only need to code your battery if you're changing the amp hours. And I actually changed the amp hours to a bigger battery. I have a video coming pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. I explain the whole thing in the video. But yeah, Gary, hopefully that answers your question. The driving video was cool. Nice to see you react the acceleration. People think that 400 horsepower isn't fast because they spend too much time watching 1000 bhp Supras and GTRs. Fast enough for me. Yeah, Michael, that's definitely fast enough for me. Like, you can't even use that. I know it's obviously a big car and everything, but you can't use that power for a long time on the road. Like my BMW 130i, that's 265 horsepower, and that is the most power. That is, that's all the power that you need for the road. Definitely 100%. 440 horsepower, it's too much for the road. You can't use it like for a long time. But it's still nice to have, obviously. Nick Nandra says, any recommendations on alloy refurbishment? Yes, I do actually. Kind of depends where you live though and how far you're willing to travel, but I have a video called how to professionally refurbish alloy wheels, something or other along those lines. Just search it on my channel, even maybe search it on YouTube and it should come up. And yeah, watch that video. And alloy refresh, those guys really are the professionals. Like, you can see every step that goes into it, and you can see they are done, you know, spot on, you know, perfectly. So yeah, definitely recommend giving that video a watch. Jiri, regarding the driving videos, I am missing the first person view to see where you're going, but you would need a second cam. Definitely keep the details in videos. Those matter a lot many times. Oh, that's good to hear. See, that's kind of one of my gripes with other channels. I mean, I don't really like to bash other channels, but I did make a video. I made a video like, it was quite a while ago now. It was probably the best part of a year ago. But it's kind of talking about other channels, how I didn't really agree with, you know, them maybe not, you know, giving as much value as they maybe could. Like, if you're doing something, if you're doing a job on your car or whatever it is, you know, I think the least thing you can do for people who are watching is at least explain what you're doing, and, you know, maybe why, and, you know, maybe try and make it a little bit easier if someone's trying to follow along at home. Because I see it all the time. The worst thing is when you watch a video expecting it to be like a how-to, then they've either you know, skipped like half of the steps, and then they say, "Oh, I've done it now," or they just like have the camera at afar and just time lapse the whole thing, so you can't even follow along. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to bash on other people. I don't want to say that's right or what I'm doing's right and they're wrong or whatever. Everyone can do what they want to do at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it's just good to provide a little bit of value and, you know, help people out. But yeah, I agree. I think it definitely does help if you're trying to follow along when you're keeping the detail. Corsa Andy 94 asks, I have a 118D. Andy, you have a 118D. Why is your name Corsa Andy? Very strange. M47, and it runs really smoothly. The only things I've done outside servicing is the 2 front tires. The battery and recall work was free. The battery was free. How did you manage to get a free battery from BMW? The front tires are no longer run flats. Yeah, I would get rid of the run flats straight away, to be honest. But yeah, you'll never run out of things to do unless you're like me and you've already done it all on the M47. Watch some of the videos on my channel, and you'll have a whole bunch of jobs to do by the end of today. I'm hoping to change the rears in the spring. Fair enough. Gary says, yeah, thanks, but how to register battery, or shall I wait for the video? Yeah, Gary, I'd wait for the video, to be honest. It really depends on which way you want to go about it. I show how to do it using the software that I have and the software that I recommend, but I'm not going to lie, there are, you know, other devices and things that you can use to register your battery. Now, these devices that I'm talking about, I don't believe you can code a battery using them. I still think you need a coding software. But yeah, I'll give the video a watch when it's out, and then make up your mind as to what you want to do from there. An M140i Shadow Edition in Estral Blue would be my dream car. Yep, they're very popular cars here in the UK. George, but they've got to run, getting on and late here in the States. I'll check the rest of the stream later for you. No worries, mate. I'm going to be wrapping this up probably in 20 minutes or so anyway. So yeah, you're a legend. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining in, and appreciate the donation. That's massive. Thanks a lot. Don't worry, it's not you know what. Need to drink so much when I do these live streams. It's non-stop talking, isn't it? Usually followed by a really long wee. Because my first car was a Vauxhall Corsa. You know what, Andy? My first car was a Vauxhall Corsa as well. The recall was free. The battery wasn't. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Gaming with Irish Demon. Hey George, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm good. How are you, mate? Hope you well. Yeah, guys, we'll probably stick around for another 10 or 20 minutes or so. If you haven't already done so, appreciate if you could just hit the like button. Definitely helps, and helps get more people in here because YouTube then recommends it to more people. So yeah, if you have not already done so, hit the like button, and let's see how many likes we're on. Let's set a little target for us. Right, so we're on 41 likes apparently. So let's see if we can get to 50. Yeah, we're on 41 likes. So let's see if we can get to 50 likes by the end. Sick of fixing the 320D I have. What issues are you having with it? Samuel says E39 M5 would love to have one. Also my dream car. Fair enough. They are very nice cars. It's probably the last. No, the E90 M3 also sounds good. I was going to say it's the last nice sounding V8, but yeah, it's one of the last ones. Yeah, E39 M5 is a nice car. I prefer the E60, but E39 is probably a close second. What's your favorite non-BMW car? Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know that question. Honestly, I don't know. Ad says, "Hey George, how's rather basically how's that 130i running?" Yeah, it's running sweet, no issues. Actually, took it for a recall today, and we had the little health check on it. There we are, and yeah, they said it was a really clean example and very rare car. The only thing was that the rear tires have the wrong size fitted, apparently. I thought it was supposed to be a square setup. So 225s tires all round, but apparently the rear is supposed to be 245s. I didn't have them fitted, by the way. I just bought the car like that. But yeah, we'll be going to a wider tire on the rear. But yeah, they said the car's in really good condition. No knocks, no play or anything wrong with any of the suspension components. With that being said, I'm going to be overhauling their complete suspension in the summer. But yeah, running good. Are you planning on keeping the 760 Ally for long / putting it through a few MOTs? Oh, I don't know about a few MOTs. I am going to be keeping it for. I mean, it's insured at least until like May, I think, which is what's that? A good 3 months or so. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. Like it, because I could wake up one day and go, I've had enough. I'm getting rid. But yeah, I'd like to keep it for a while. I'd like to at least experience it for a bit after I've fixed it up. Crank pulley fixed, clutch fixed, bushes everywhere. Yeah. Crankshaft pulley is common. Wait, have you got the M47 or N47? Plus €1,000 for new injectors. Jesus. You're brave for buying brand new injectors. Are you a fan of American or Jap cars? If so, which particular cars do you like? To be honest, not really. I'm not a massive fan of many American cars. I think some of them are cool. I think some of them serve their purpose, but I'm not a massive fan. Same with Japanese, to be honest, as well. Just not a massive fan. Ads, yeah, mine was 245 in the rear. That makes sense then. I guess the previous owner just tried to skimp out. which doesn't make sense because it's got Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres. I don't know. Maybe the tyre shop didn't have any 245s in stock or something and tried to, pull the wool over his eyes. I don't know. Mine's going in for a recall on the 8th of March. Is it for the blower motor? Because if so, apparently they haven't got any blower motors in stock. So today they just had to check the wiring for it. And then I'm going to have to go back again to have the blower motor replaced. Oh, and Ad says, what's the recall for? Yeah, it's for the blower motor and some wiring. I don't know. M47. Oh, fair enough. Did you properly torque up the crankshaft pulley bolt? If you did, how did it go? I don't know if you saw the video when I replaced it, but yeah, it was a nightmare to do. Would go for the E60/E61 M5 mainly for the V10. One thing I don't get is why we got the auto and over in the States they got it in the manual. Samuel, it's not actually an auto. We never got it in an auto. We got it in an SMG, which is the sequential manual gearbox. It's not an automatic. It's basically a manual with a computer strapped on the side of it, and it like changes the gear for you. So if you take all that away, essentially a manual. But yeah, it is. I know what you mean, though. It is a bit. It is a bit annoying how they only got the proper manual over there with the clutch and everything. But you can do a manual swap. But I think kind of the part of the experience about that car, like I don't even know if I like a manual in that, to be fair, because I think part of the experience is the SMG gearbox. Because it's like around the same era like Ferrari technology, isn't it? It's the they brought the technology from the F1 at the time, the SMG. So yeah, it adds to the experience. So yeah, I'd probably actually prefer an SMG in an M5. Yeah, heated blower motor or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Run flat or none, and if you change, is that not a modification which needs to be disclosed? No. How is an insurance company going to know which tyres were, standard on the car? That's just like saying if it came with Dunlops, but then you fit Michelin's. Like insurance companies aren't that smart. Yeah, it's not a modification, just changing your tyres. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to all of us. No worries, Rusty Nail. I appreciate all you guys for joining in. I was looking here in Ireland for an M5, but it looks like I'm going to have to get one from the UK as there is none here in Ireland for sale. Yeah, they're rare here, to be honest. Like I look on, I think they're pretty hard to sell, but they are definitely rare. Like I keep looking on every week or so on Gumtree, Facebook, and all that, and it's literally just the same like 3 cars that are up there. Like, and they've been trying to sell them for years, but they're not even nice models, nice examples, I should say. I've remapped my M47 318D to 210 bhp and was thinking on how can I get more bhp. Eric, buy a 330D if you want more power. You can't realistically. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get any more out of that. Engine. You can put like bigger injectors. You can put 335D injectors in. You put a bigger turbo on. You might get close to what, I don't know, 260 to 280 horsepower, but that's going to cost a lot of money, and it's not a significant gain. And at that point, then you're going to have to rebuild your gearbox and that, and different clutches and that. It's not worth it. Just get a 330D if you need more power. Non-run flats are probably safer to drive on. Yeah, definitely. I put a hybrid turbo on a 320D and 535 injectors, big intercooler, and blanked the EGR, mapped it, and got 240 bhp. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, about 240. That's how much. That's like the limit for the stock turbo on the 20D. Any experience in changing heater blower motor on a 3 Series E90 shape? Nope, never done it, so I have no clue. but it's a recall. So if you have an E90, then it should be done for free from the dealership. So if you have not already, contact BMW, and they should do it under goodwill. But guys, yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping this up real soon. So if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to get them in. If you do want to contribute to supporting the channel, of course, I have Patreon. I have the channel memberships. You can send a donation in the form of a super chat in this live stream. So underneath the live chat, just click the little dollar button, and you can send a donation of your choice. That is just one way to give back to the channel. Of course, I don't take anything from it. It all just goes back into funding future videos on the channel, but it's greatly appreciated. We have a couple more questions come in, I believe. Ad says, how do you get around MOT pass with an EGR delete? Ads, EGR delete should not fail an MOT. Like MOT testers, from my experience, don't go looking for an EGR valve. I don't think I've ever seen an MOT tester lift off an engine cover, to be honest. So I don't think they'd go looking for an EGR valve. Because bear in mind, on some engines, the EGR valve is at the back of the engine, like way tucked away, so you wouldn't even know if it's there or not. Depend on test center. Yeah, like I said, I've never seen anyone try to look for an EGR valve. And when it comes to the DPF as well, as long as it's looks like it's in place, and you have a healthy engine, it's not putting out plumes of black smoke, you should be fine. I've never had an issue. Thanks for that. We'll contact BMW. Yeah. Also, or if you live in the UK, you can go onto just type in recalls, or type in MOT check on Google, go onto the Gov website, put your reg in, and then you can see if you have any outstanding recalls. Thoughts on straight piping 330D, George? I don't see the big obsession with it. Sounds a bit better than a 4-pot diesel, but I really don't see the obsession with it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, in my opinion. I feel like it just makes the car a bit obnoxious and not as nice to drive. And it doesn't really sound that good. It's just like whoo, whoo. Like it's just all turbo noise. Yeah, another great live stream. Many thanks, George. Keep it up, and see you in the next one. Gary, much appreciated as always. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Like I said, I'd like to do one of these every month or so. It's just a good little time to chat and catch up with you guys and see if you have any suggestions for the channel or any questions. So yeah, I'll continue doing these. Next one will be end of March time. Hopefully we will be one step closer to coming out of this lockdown situation here in the UK. But yeah, government only wanted them, not BMW. Yeah, the whole emission side of things, it's not necessarily the manufacturers who want to put them in. It's all just like regulation. Hence why certain countries and even certain states, like in the US, for example, have laws where they need certain emission devices and some states don't. Maximilian, is a twin turbo modification possible on the 760? More than likely, yeah. I don't know where you'd find the space in the engine bay, but yeah, I mean, obviously the N74, the newer V12 engine, that's twin turbo, so I'm sure it's possible. Will I be doing it? Probably not. Loud and proud, lol. Shall I be worried about legless thief? Got to bag. What about tracker fitting video? I wouldn't. I mean, unless it was something that was irreplaceable. I don't think I fit a tracker to a car. Actually, saying that, maybe I have trackers on all my cars. No. I mean, if the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is lock your car, obviously, put it in a secure location, and then have a wheel lock, a steering wheel lock. I think if you have that, that usually deters most thieves. And just don't have a too expensive car, I guess. There's no sort of doubt that thieves tend to look for the more expensive cars and newer cars. So if you have a slightly older car that's maybe not worth as much, then it's probably not going to be as appealing to thieves and the like. Great content, George. Look forward to them all. Thanks, Richard, as always. Steve says, just want to say thank you for all your videos. One of my timing chain guys disintegrated and clogged up the oil pickup on my 320D efficient dynamics. Your videos are full of great info. Steve, much appreciated. Yeah, guys, we are approaching the 1 hour 30 mark. So I am going to be wrapping this up. Like I said, if you have any last things to add in the chat, please do so. Like I said, wrapping it up in a couple of minutes. If you want to support the channel in any way, I will say it for this one last time. You can send a super chat right now. It's a little $sign at the bottom of the live chat. If you click that, you can send a donation of your choice: £1, £2, £5, £10, whatever you want to give back to the channel, and that helps fund future videos. But yeah, I think that probably wraps it up. I'll just carry on for a couple more minutes just to make sure. Yeah, I want to thank all of you guys for joining in. Thanks for coming aboard. It's been a nice little catch up again, and I hope you guys are interested to see what the next month brings in terms of new videos. I have a lot of videos coming on the way. I've been pretty consistent really for the last like 6 to 8 months. I've been uploading every other day, so yeah, expect a brand new video every other day. So that's 3 1 week for the next week, 3 1 week for the next week, every other day. So if there's not a video one day, there will be one the next, and it's always at the same exact time, 6:30 p.m. UK time. And yeah, so that's literally it. And we have another super chat just came through from Giri. He sends another 500 Czech krona. Giri, you're a legend. Yeah, I can't thank you enough, man. Much appreciated for supporting the channel, honestly. You say, see you next time, mate. Giri and you. But yeah, I can't think of what I was saying now. Yeah, I've got a lot more videos to come. So yeah, every other day I upload a video, and it's always at 6:30 p.m. UK time, which is Greenwich Meridian time, isn't it? I believe. So yeah, stay tuned for all the videos. I appreciate all of you guys' support, the likes, the comments, the shares, the donations, the members, the Patreons. We've got some big stuff coming soon. So thank you to all of you. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be live on the channel on the 28th, which is this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. It's a big one, so don't miss it out. And yeah, I guess I'll see all of you guys there. But yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining along today. I know it's been a relatively long one, an hour and a half, but we got there in the end. Yeah, thanks for everyone. And yeah, see you all very, very soon. Well, Sunday, 6:30, be there or be square. Right. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend. Hope you're all well and stay safe out there.